I don't want to make Munina Joe about the announcer, newspaper, so meeting, editor, the freight. And then, enumerate your bedroom in some out of a break home. Now, 72 are your bedroom home, and it's why men break up with you around the holidays. Yana and Prebe Braino, only Obama, Ewa. When you know a Jimmy Mabo Bramanantia for certain times, you know. Afi Brunya Bidra. Na Wobema no wejina asembi, so we need to talk. Yen kasa na asembi oho na asembi kura. Enya aseme ma wone ne ntem tete no na wo magina so na mama wone no entem atete. Ene ye bedwendwene ho se die ben na ya na ede saa ne ma ne ba. Na Obema no ya na sebe opa kire se nani atia na se ya na sebe opa kire se obu oba ne kwase ya na sesen ho nsem nyina no so no ye bedwendwene ho na anwumre wo ho kwan se wo be share video no na wadofonom so a wo mo ehwe ye no obia so enya bi ahwe de ntia emema no sebe se occasion bi bedura na omo agyae wo mo dofo no ene ye no ne ye bedwendwene ho na de ye taisi wo hwe statistics a ya yekuta taisi nsema taisi a what we know is will be our relationship, particularly what in the dofo our mo bra kama. Yeah, na majority say afi bedura, and I say if you look at the statistics that we've gathered, you can deduce that when it's getting to holidays, you will see that the men try to find. This issue normally happens in Ghana. Oh, hi, good evening. How you doing, Richardson? I hope you're doing good. This particular issue normally happens in Ghana. I don't know where you are, and I don't know whether it happens at that place too. But what normally happens is that you see, you are in a relationship. You are very good with a guy. You share ideas. We share knowledge. You plan on visiting the guy's family. You plan on visiting your boyfriend's family or your relations family. You see, you plan to meet friends, you plan to go out together, but when it's getting to holidays, that will be the time you see that the man will create certain things and then eventually find ways of stopping the relationship. Richardson says she is in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you very much. But this is very important because in a relationship we need to be staying in a happy mood. We don't need to be in a relationship. Why? When it's getting to festivities like Christmas, like Thanksgiving, like any other thing, any important occasion, you see the men trying to back off. What is the reason? What are the reasons attributed to that? We're going to look at it into detail and then we find solutions to the problem. You can share the video so your friends will have opportunity to be part of our program. Is it intentional? Is it a way that the men are doing just to prove that they don't love the relationship? They don't want to be in the relationship again, or they don't want to be in the loving relation again? Or is it a smart way of just taking yourself out of a relationship? This particular instance normally happens in Ghana. You see, when it's approaching Christmas or it's getting to like holidays or like something like Easter, my brother, my sister, there is, you see, any little thing, any little thing that you do, a chapman is saving money on the holiday. Any little thing that you do, the man will capitalize on it as an excuse to break up a relationship. Any little thing, for instance, if you have a call, somebody calls you, instead of the guy waiting to find out, or you see, if you are loving, if you are in a relationship and you love your partner, you don't need to control the person. You don't need to exercise control, too much control over the person. You see, many a time, some people think that when they are in a relationship and then they see that the lady is showing love, the men normally think that they can do everything within their own powers to just bring the lady down, and then so that the lady will be succumbing to her, to him at all times. Anything that he says, the lady will abide by it. Now, This is something different altogether. Something different altogether. Now, you are in a relationship. You love your partner. You are in a relationship. You love a lady who has wasted her time for you, who has spent all the year long for you. And it has got to a time like Christmas, Thanksgiving, that you have to make the lady happy. Take her out, make her feel comfortable. That will be the time that the gentleman will try to find certain excuses. Things that are not important to break a relationship, that is what they would start to look for, those things. Oh, who called you last night? I've been telling you, don't touch this. I go to work, I come all the time, I see you've been touching it. I've been telling you, don't be speaking to certain friends. Don't go out with certain friends. But I come out and I come back home, I see that you are all the time relating to those friends, meaning you don't respect me, meaning you don't listen to me when I talk, meaning you don't take advice from me, meaning you don't want the relationship to go on. We need to talk. It's very important. Those are the points that the man will start building. You see what I mean? I'm using typical reference to what normally happens in Ghana. I don't know whatever happens with other people, but I'm using this one as a typical reference example of what normally happens in Ghana. So you see, I think every relationship, we are all aiming at one point: loving and happiness and caring. That's all we're trying to build. You want a relationship that all of you will love each other, you show concern with each other, and then you all understand each other. You all share opinion, ideas, knowledge, everything together. You all empathize with the other when the need arises. When the person is in trouble, you'll be with the person to solve a problem together. When you see things are not going on well, you all come together to solve a problem. Richardson says he may spend it with another woman or friends. Power of Black, he says, a knowledge of how much my sister, this is very, I know you've experienced that situation before, right? It is very sad situation because you need to show love. You need to show that you care. You need to show that the time, the minute, the second, the hour that the person has been spending on you throughout the year, you value it. You see what I mean? You value it. So those are the times that you need to go out with your partner to sit down at a nice atmosphere. You see, very nice place. Even if you haven't gone to a hotel before, that'll be the time you go to a very nice hotel to sit down together. You see what I mean? Then you all share ideas. You show love to each other. But it comes to a time that when the occasion, for instance, Christmas is getting approaching. You see that they will try to find ways to stop a relationship. Is it in the blood, or is it intentional, or is it a calculated step? Is it a calculated step? It's very, very sad situation. It's very, very sad situation. My brother Frank Ofori, Jeboa, Philly Geisha, you just joined me. How you doing, Philly? I really appreciate that. I know you witnessed the fact of what I'm trying to tell everyone, particularly when it gets to Christmas time. So you see, when it's getting to a holiday or Christmas time, you have to take your lover aside to shop. Shop with her, think with her, share ideas with her, do things together. Don't ignore her. Don't leave her. Don't let her feel sad. You see, it is very important that you have to value the love, the concern, the trust that the person has built in you. You have to, irrespective of any situation, you need to show love, because the person has wasted all the months, for instance, from January, February, March, up till getting to, for instance, Christmas. And it's Christmas time. You need to go out with your partner, your lover. You need to shop, go out shopping with her. You see, in Africa, particularly where I come from, Ghana, what I've seen is that Christmas time will be the time the ladies will start demanding a lot. They will demand a lot. I want this. I decided to buy this. I'm not saying all the ladies, but some of them, I'm not generalizing the whole thing, but some of them will start demanding, I want this. I want you to buy me this jeans. I want you to buy me this shirt. I plan of doing this, but the money I have is not enough. I want you to support. So it has become part of some ladies. Anyway, my sister Kate Kim, how you doing? I hope you've just joined me. Thank you very much for joining me. You can share the video so that your friends will have opportunity to join the program. The program is transmitted live on the Announcer newspaper based in Worcester, Massachusetts, to be precise, in the United States of America. My name is Daddy Fred. We're talking about things that normally happen around holidays. You see, when it's getting to holidays, we see the gentlemen trying to run away from their partners, particularly the ladies, which is very sad. Which is very sad situation. It shouldn't have happened like that. So I don't know whether they feel shy to show the ladies to their parents, or they feel shy to show the lady to their friends, or they feel shy to go out in that particular day, on that particular day with their friends. You see, it is very dicey issue. It's very sad situation. So many a time, a lot of relationship, normally, you see that the relationship will be breaking up at that particular time. And the most surprising aspect of it is that immediately after the Christmas, you see the man trying to call the lady again and telling the lady, oh, I'm sorry that didn't happen because I had very, very serious problem. Somebody was sick and I have to attend to the person, and I traveled to this place, and so that was why I couldn't get opportunity to. You see, it's very important. Communication is very important. It is not forced to show your love to the person during the time, but you need to communicate with the person. That irrespective of any situation, oh mama, mommy, amma, anima, hello daddy, how are you? Oh, I'm doing good, mommy. I hope you're doing good too. We're talking about when, particularly when it's getting to Christmas, when it's getting to holidays, festivities, you'll see the men starting. I'm using Ghana as a point of reference. Some of the gentlemen, you see them finding ways to break relationship. Anyway, Amal Foriwa Asamoah joined me. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope everything is good. So you can imagine that it's very sad situation. But this is the time. You remember the occasion is a very nice occasion for you to go out with your lover. Sit down with your girl, your lover, talk, share ideas, find very nice restaurant. So you sit down, you eat together. You go to a hotel, nice, or a hotel you have never visited before. Travel outside, for instance, those in Worcester. Travel outside Worcester. Go to like Canada, go to like UK, go to a place like New York. Just rent a nice hotel and be in. You see what I mean? Show love during the festive time. Now, if you don't have opportunity, if you don't have that money to do all these things, if you don't have money to go out, point it to her, oh darling, what do you want for this time? Oh, pick what you want, close her eyes, take her out, let her pick whatever she wanted, and then you show love, let her know that you care for her. Now, if you don't have, communication is very important. Amo Foriwa Asamoah is asking, do you do that? Wow, this is very important question. That is all we learn. That's what we all learn. Whether you do that or you don't do that, we learn. And then if you haven't done that in the previous time, the days ahead, you start doing that. You see? That's very important. You make her happy. Let her feel like she is a queen in your hands. Let her feel so happy that really you are the real love. Now, when it gets to Christmas, that will be the time you see the gentleman find an excuse. Who called you? Let me see your phone. which you don't even have authority to do that. Let me see your phone. Let me see those you've been testing. Let me see those you've been calling. Just getting flimsy excuses, unnecessary excuses, just to stand on it to break relationship. Just to stand on it to break the relationship. All because it is getting to holiday, festive time, you were going to do something for her, so you just planning, devising ways to break up relationship. That has been the issue going on. That's why I use Ghana as a point of reference, that many a time the gentlemen, when we're in Ghana, we all used to do that. When it's getting to Christmas and you don't have money, instead of letting the lady know that the lady gets the point that you don't have money, you just find ways to break up the relationship. Instead of letting the lady knows that things are not going on with you well, it is very important. You need to communicate. You need to talk with your partner that, okay, I wish to do this, but unfortunately, this has been the circumstances. This has been the reason why I will not be able to do that. But let's all wait for certain time. When all things being equal, things start to work properly for me, I will do something to your best satisfaction. You see, do say something very nice words to your lover. Make her feel comfortable. Make her feel so happy. Make her feel that you really adore, you really respect her, you really love her. But we don't say that. We don't do that. In this very sad situation, after showing all your love, after showing everything to him, and when it's getting to Christmas, the person just sits down and devise ways and capitalize on it and try to break a relationship. So the saddest aspect of it is that after the holiday, like after the Christmas, you will see that the person will come your way again. Oh, I'm sorry for my inability to take you out during Christmas. I'm sorry for my inability to buy you, to shop with you. See, it is important. Everyone has a taste. Everyone has a special thing that she believes or he believes. So, or she or he likes. So instead of sitting down aloof, not doing anything, it will be very important to take the lady out. My friend, let's go to shopping mall. Then you take care. You really save for her. You see, let's go, darling. Let's go. You go to shopping mall. Then ask her, I have this amount with me. You see, for instance, I have $300, $400, $500,000 with me. Now, shop, buy anything that you want, but don't exceed this amount. Make your own choice. Select whatever you want. Don't you see it's nice? Don't you see it's loving? Don't you see it's very, the lady would never forget in her life? It's so important that let her feel that you care for her. You see, you've taken her, you take her to like a mall. Oh, hi, can we go sit here? Then you take her out. Let her eat. Take her to a nice restaurant. Let her make her own choice, what she wants. Then you buy for her. You make her happy. You see, in another coin, ladies too can do the same thing to men. You see, when it's getting to holiday too, it doesn't mean, you see, in Africa, that is what we do, like everything men. But everywhere too, ladies too can also do that reciprocally. You can also take your lover out, make her happy. If you have, take her to a very nice mall, shop for him, let her measure his size, his shoe size, his jeans size, everything. Oh, do you like this? Do you like this? She'll do something. You see, so it's like that. That is how it goes. So my brother, my sister, if you're watching me now, it is very important to strengthen the intimacy, the relationship when it's getting to holidays. It's not important to break up during that time, because people do that. People do that a lot. And after that, they come out and say, oh, I am sorry, forgive me, I wasn't implying to do that. but due to some circumstances, I have to do that. Why didn't you tell the person? You see, that is where the communication is coming in now. Why didn't you tell the person? If you're facing any problem, if you're having problems in terms of financial difficulties, you need to let the person be aware of your circumstances, of your situation, so that in one way or the other, the person will definitely know that the person will automatically be aware that you are doing your best, but unfortunately you are not having for now. So in the near future you are going to have it, and everything is going to be nice. Just imagine in your mind now, how is it going to be? Just imagine, how would you feel when your lover comes home and then tells you, oh, my friend, it's getting to Christmas. What I'm planning is that I want to take you out during Christmas, but where specifically we are going is that we are traveling outside where we live. We are going to like Georgia, we're going to California to spend 3 days. I've already secured my vacation, so I'm hoping that you also get your vacation from your job. So that we go. These are the places that we are going. We are going to this zoo. After the zoo, you have your itinerary where you'll be going after zoo. We are going to shopping, buy things. We are going to this museum. We are going to very, very, very historical areas that the lady will never forget in her life. And the day, more especially, when it's her birthday, like my birthday is getting approximate. As I'm speaking now, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know anything. So when it's getting to the person's birthday, you plan something that will make her happy. You see, there are certain things, that's why I'm saying that if you don't have, let her know that you don't have now. But you have good plans that you can do that. But the reason is that you don't have now. But you have so many plans that you want to implement on her behalf. But right now, you don't have the money, the requisite resources that you'll be able to use to achieve your plans. So she has to just be with you for some time and then pray for you that things will be starting working good for you. It is very important to communicate very, very, very well. But the sadness aspect of it is that, you see, holiday is coming. We all know holiday is coming. And then we know that Christmas is coming. It's just at the corner now. 3 months, 2 months to Christmas. You see, the men will start devising ways to break up relationship. Devising ways to find flimsy excuses that are not important, that are not even related to a relationship, to just find way to leave the lady. Is it fair? Is it nice? So my brother, my sister, if you're watching me live, remember that the lady has spent her whole life with you. Her time, her hours, her minutes, everything that she has spent with you, value it. It's very important. Likewise, the ladies too should also do the same thing. Value the time that the men have been spending with you. So in the same coin, if you all weigh the positive, the pros and cons of everything, then you all show love together. You see, don't you see it's going to be nice when you buy a nice package without the lady being aware that you bring in her special gift during the occasion? Don't you know it's going to be nice? Like Christmas time, you go to shopping, you find out what size you wear, what type of this you wear, what do you normally like best, you don't even take her to the place, and you go to the shopping mall, you buy everything, and you go, oh darling, I'm so grateful that you've been nice with me for a couple of years now. We've been staying in a happy mood for a long time. And as Christmas is approaching, I think it's my duty, my responsibility to also reciprocate your love, to do something to also show appreciation that I love you, to show appreciation that I show concern for you. So I'm not going to leave you. Even you don't tell her you're not going to leave her, but you're going to do something to make her happy at all times. Don't you see it's very nice? Don't you see it's very important? But during Christmas, you see, we will start to find ways to break up relationship simply because the men, we don't want to buy for our partners. We don't want to support them. We don't want to make them happy. We don't even have the money. We don't have the requisite resources to embark on that project. So the only thing we have to do is that we just find solution. My uncle is in this place. He's not feeling well. He wants me to come and visit him. So I'll go and I'll come. So after the Christmas, then you see the person showing up again, which is very unfortunate. So it is very nice. It's very, very nice to love your partner at all times. But the point, another very important point, is that some ladies too demand too much when it's getting to that particular time. You see, we all struggle to get money. We all try our best. We all work hard to get money. So you don't need to think that we have it at all times with us. But certain times we may be having, certain times we may not be having. So you have to bear with us. You see, some ladies would demand too much. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this watch, I want this, without taking into consideration where you are going to get all these financial resources to purchase everything she wanted. You see, it's a very sad situation. So in another coin, you need to also empathize with us, find out that you need to also accept certain things, that we don't have money at all times. It's not that we don't want to support. It's not that we don't want to show appreciation, but we don't have it at all times. We don't have it at all times. So irrespective of that particular requisition, how important is it? You need to also put into consideration, you need to also assess things critically, that we don't have it. So you have to bear with us. So my brother, my sister, those who are watching me, my little message that I have for you today is that you don't need to break up with your partner when it's getting to Christmas. Thank you very much, or getting to any holiday festivity. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Daddy Fred. I really appreciate your support, your contribution, anything that you did on the program. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you again another time. And then the program was transmitted on the Announcer newspaper. I really appreciate that for being part with me. But remember to show love at all times. Thank you. Have a nice time. Bye.